It is that time. It's lunchtime, and welcome to my kitchen, guys. This is Lucine. Today we're going to make tapioca crepes. Tapioca crepes come from Brazil. It's a Brazilian specialty, but we're going to spice it up with different, I'd say a fusion of different ingredients, so they're very versatile. You can put anything you want in them and enjoy it for lunch, brunch, or dinner. So we're gonna get started with the tapioca crepes. What we need, the main ingredient of the tapioca crepes, is tapioca flour. It looks like this if you ever want to find it in the grocery store. And this is a gluten-free flour. It comes from a root vegetable. It comes from cassava root, or some people call it yuca. So that's where it comes from. It's a vegetable, it's gluten-free. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make one crepe today. So I'm gonna use half a cup of tapioca flour. And along with that, we need some water to mix it and turn it into a doughy consistency. So we're gonna use 1/4 of a cup of water, but we're gonna add it slowly because sometimes you need less than 1/4, so we're gonna do it slowly. And we're just gonna slowly mix it. You will notice that as the water gets mixed with the flour, it hardens and becomes clumpy like this. So you just want to be mixing and squishing it until the whole flour has become more of a wet consistency, okay? And if you feel that you need more water, keep adding the water as you go along. So I think I need a little bit more water, but I'm probably not going to use the whole thing. And just keep mixing. If by any chance, this is the tricky part, if by any chance you add too much water and it becomes too runny, then just add a little bit more flour and you should be good. Okay, so we're just gonna mix it. I like using a wooden spoon because then it doesn't scratch my plate. You know, it's important that you don't ruin your plates and cutlery and all that. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. This is a tricky part, you know. Many times I've added way too much water and then I had to add more flour and it just keeps going on and on and on, and it becomes like a really messy, never-ending cooking. So once you get the hang of this, it's actually really easy to make these tapioca crepes. Very, very easy, very quick. And I think this is done. Look at this. So this is what it's supposed to look like. I want to show you so that you have an idea. So there are these lumps, and when you squeeze them, they just fall apart. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a smooth flour like it was in the beginning before we added the water. Okay, now what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna take this through a sieve so that we can refine it before we cook it. We want this to turn into a really fine flour. Otherwise, it's not gonna taste good because it's gonna be very lumpy, right? Okay, so what I'll do, I'm just gonna quickly move it into another bowl. There we go. Get all of that out of there. All right. And then I'm just gonna sift it through a sieve to make sure that it's fine. Oh, look at that. I'll show you in a bit, but it looks so nice and fine. This is exactly the kind of flour we want. Now, I use my hands to just get everything through the sieve. You guys can use a spoon if you want. I like to cook with my hands. I don't know. I think it was Gordon Ramsay who said, when you cook with your hands, it tastes better. It's so true, you know? It's like you get in touch with the food and it's just beautiful and things just taste much, much better. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna turn on the heat. And I have a little bit of oil in my pan. So let that heat up. You guys can use any kind of oil you want. Right now I'm using ghee. If you've listened to my previous videos, you know how much I love ghee. Ghee is lactose free. So, and you can make it at home very easily. You can also use some olive oil. We're not really going to be deep frying this, so it's okay. The olive oil is not going to burn. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is going to get messy. So, your working area is going to be a little bit messy, but that's okay. It's still fun. All right, so our flour is ready, and I want to show you what it looks like. See how fine it is? This is exactly what we want. So our tapioca flour is ready now, okay? And what we're gonna do now, let's see, I'm just waiting for it to warm up a little bit. We're gonna pour it in our pan. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so I'm just gonna simply pour it in there, just like this. And then I'm gonna get my hands in there again, because I like cooking with my hands, as I said, and I'm gonna just even things out. Can you see? I think you can see that. So you wanna even it out into like a flat kind of a pancake. You do want to be spreading it evenly and tapping it down, because otherwise they're going to fall apart. If you don't tap them down, they will fall apart. So I think that's good. There's a bit of a lump in the middle, but that's okay. Hey, it's not perfect, right? Okay, so it looks like this, and we're going to cook this. It's very quick. You just want to wait until the flour separates from the pan, and then you can flip it, okay? So we'll wait a few minutes for that. And then once you flip it, you can start putting your ingredients in there. And our ingredients today, guys, you can do anything you want, seriously. Whatever you put in there is going to taste good, right? Our ingredients today are going to be, I'm going to use some spicy hummus, which is with chipotle. It's so spicy, so I'm just going to spread it a little bit around to soften the crepe. And then we're going to add some tomatoes and broccoli, and I'm going to add lots of arugula in there. So it's going to be a vegetarian tapioca, but you guys can add chicken. What really would taste good would be pesto sauce with chicken and tomatoes on top, whatever, anything goes. All right, let's see. I think this is getting ready. Nope, not yet. It's gonna come off on its own, so you just want to wait and be patient. You don't need to pull it or anything, because then you might break the crepe. I make these tapioca crepes on weekends. I like to just, have fun with them, because it takes a little bit longer than just making, let's say, eggs and toast, right? But they're just so fun, so versatile, and they have a very chewy consistency. If you like that kind of a texture, then you're gonna love these crepes. By the way, bubble tea, does anyone like bubble tea? They use tapioca flour for bubble tea. And that's also another idea to use tapioca crepes for. So it's coming off now. That means it's ready to be flipped. There we go. It's so easy. And now we can add our ingredients. I'm going to start with the hummus. I don't want to put too much, because this hummus is so spicy. So if you like spicy hummus, oh my goodness, it like burns your throat. So I'm going to put very little hummus in here. There we go. And then we're gonna add our other ingredients. So we'll add our tomatoes. I'm gonna put them on one side so that we can flip it and cover it on the other. I think that would just make things so much easier, right? There we go. Perfect. I have some steamed chopped broccoli here that we're gonna add. This is gonna be, oh, it's so colorful and so beautiful. I love it. I love colorful food. And arugula, one of my favorite greens, leafy greens, arugula. Okay, so once we put all this together, then we can just cover it and take it off because it's done, it's cooked. I'm gonna put it on this board here. Let's see. Yummy, 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 yummy. This is done, guys. It's done. Let's turn this off. Transfer it onto the board. And our tapioca crepe is ready. Look at that. So I'm gonna cut this in half and we can serve. Oh, yum. It smells so good. Look at that. Ooh, stuck. I didn't cut it well. There we go. That's the tapioca crepe. Yum. Enjoy. Have a good lunch, guys. Whatever you're eating, enjoy. Until next week. Bye.